Coach, if you get a starters, please.
It was a heck of a ball game. Sure that there were a lot of people, myself included, wondering how it was going to turn out. It was just one of those, starting in the sixth inning, kind of a back and forth. But both teams, it was a pure display of poise, and I was very pleased with our team, the way that we played. Certainly we know that this doesn't decide anything. We know how difficult it is to win 2 out of 3, and especially in a great environment that LSU has. And that is just about as good as it gets.
Okay, we'll take questions to the student athletes right here, front right.
Reese, I guess you just walk us through that 11th pitch at bat and what you saw on that.
Once they got to the 3-2 count, I was pretty confident he wasn't going to.
Excuse me, Reese, pull the mic closer to you, buddy. Thank you.
Once they got to a 3-2 count, I was pretty confident he wasn't going to come with anything but a fastball. So, and he was making good pitches. The pitches I fouled off were borderline strike balls, so I had to swing. And he finally just gave me the pitch that I could do some damage with. And pretty much it.
Over here, fall left.
JC, what did that at bat in particular? I know it tied the game, but things hadn't really gone well for you until that at bat. What did that at bat do to the dugout? And then in the ninth, what was it like to pitch in that kind of crowd?
I think that was a huge at bat. It just shows it just shows the type of team we are. We're fighters, and it was a great at bat by Reese. And pitching in that environment, it was fun. It was nerve-wracking, but it was fun, and hopefully I can do it again.
Right here in the middle.
For either of the players, I mean, that's probably an atmosphere unlike the one you've played in this year. Does that kind of take some getting used to?
It's definitely the loudest it's ever been, but I think I can speak for everybody. It's not going to affect us because the crowd doesn't have anything to do with the game.
Over here, fall left.
Reese, when he finally did throw it, where you wanted it, 1, where was it? And 2, when it's coming at you, are you like, all right, yeah, here we go?
It was middle in, and I kind of knew as soon as I hit it. But I mean, I was just looking for the pitch to do it.
Wayne.
Reese, the second home run you hit, you got a little bit less of it. Did you think it was gone when you hit it, or?
I thought I popped it up, to be honest, and but the wind was blowing that way, and I just got it high enough in the air and it kept going.
Back.
JC and Reese, how important was you guys staying patient when things weren't going well for you early in the game?
I think just us fighting was just us fighting, just having good at bats, and just like you said, just staying patient. There's 9 innings in the game, and we know we have to use all of our outs, and I think we did that today.
Again, back.
JC, Parrish had to leave the game relatively early, and then LSU never scored again. Can you talk about collectively the job the bullpen did, and then your spot against the Atlantic there in the bottom of the ninth?
I think our bullpen did a tremendous job. They came in through quality strikes, and our defense, we struggled a little bit at first, but then we put it all together, and we were making some good plays. And I mean, coming in the ninth, that's what I've been doing all year, and I didn't want to make this situation any different. Just wanted to give my team a good chance to win.
JC, I think that was probably only your third 6-out save of the season. How different is your mentality playing in the 8th inning as opposed to starting the 9th?
I think just getting that first out in the 8th inning is big for me. It kind of allows me to relax a little bit. But like you said, yeah, that's my third time going out there in the 8th, and just throwing quality strikes. That's my main thing going out there.
Right here in the middle.
JC, you've talked like today. I mean, you mentioned fighters and things like that multiple times. Do you think it kind of helped the team? How much you've had to battle really for months now to get where you are, just staying grounded in that moment and not kind of fading?
Oh, for sure. Going through adversity, like in the middle of the season, I feel like it helped us a lot. When we got to this point, we've been prepared for it for a little bit now, so it helped us.
Reese, in the seventh, Tim Baker's up with the bases loaded. Just how confident were you that he'd be able to come through for you guys and put together that winning run?
Obviously, Tim has done pretty well for us as of late, and he's just a great guy. He's a great teammate. He never gets down on himself. So I feel like just because of who he is, it puts a lot of confidence in us that he's going to get the job done for us.
Two in the front row here, front right.
Reese, when Cole Henry went out, how much were you guys kind of seeing that as a chance to maybe take over, and then what was Todd Peterson able to do to hold you guys on?
They took Cole Henry out early, and when Todd Peterson came in, it's kind of just another arm coming in, and we just got to battle and grind, and that's what we did.
Reese, they kept putting up ones instead of getting the 2 or 3 run inning. Do you guys see that as kind of an opportunity that you're not out of this game early and you kind of
Yeah, for sure. We're just chipping away, and I feel like our team has been getting a lot, and we got it today, but it helped a lot with confidence and people putting the bat on the ball that we were able to put up one every couple innings until we got the big one.
Okay, we'll take one more for the student athletes here, far left.
Reese, I think 10 walks, a lot of long bats, not just yours. I know that's kind of what you guys are typically known for. Going in, did you guys think that would be a good game plan, or did it just sort of work out that way?
I think it's always somewhat of our game plan, but when it comes down to it, the way that we've practiced and trained, it's just how it works out for us. We don't swing at bad pitches. That's why we walk a lot. Pitchers throw a good pitch, that's a ball, and we don't swing at it, and it tends to upset them a little bit.
Okay, we'll go ahead and open it for general question, including Coach Martin. Right here in the front, Bill.
Mike, this team has been good at a lot of things this year. Rally's not really been one of them. That's the largest deficit you've rallied from to win this season. What do you think it is about this team? On this stage, in that environment, they kind of were able to stay grounded in the moment and never feel out of the fight.
I saw a lot of real quality at-bats during that inning, certainly leading up to that quality at-bat. And I think that's what Meat spends so much time on with our guys. And I'm just very, very pleased that things just happen, because there's no way Reese said he was planning on hitting a home run. He just happened to get the pitch, and the rest is history.
Coach, you're one win away from Omaha. With how this season has gone, just what do you tell your team to keep them playing with maybe that chip on their shoulder they've had for the past month?
This team is, if this sounds corny, it's okay, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't really care. We care about each other. We want to play solid baseball. We don't care. People are entitled to say what they want to say. We care about each other, and that's what this team has done. They have shown heart. They have shown that they'll get out there and battle no matter their circumstances. And that's what makes us proud to be a Seminole.
Back in the back there.
11, after how effective Zach Hess was 2 years ago against you guys in Omaha, how big was it to be able to get some against him today?
He's an outstanding pitcher. It's just one of those days that things didn't go exactly right for him, and we took advantage of a couple of things, and it's just the way it works sometimes.
We'll go front left here.
11 Wayne asked Reese about Becker's at bat, but he gets down in an 0-2 hole on 2 curveballs and then spoils off a couple and then gives you guys the lead. It wasn't as big a bat maybe as Reese's, but it had to be close because it gave you the lead, and he got down 0-2 in a real tough spot.
Yeah, and certainly you're just hoping that he's trying to do what Meat spends so much time in doing, and that's protecting, not jumping out there. And he did a very good job of driving in Nelly with a big run, because he refused to do anything other than what he's been working on.
Back right, Coach.
Coach, you guys had no hits until the 6th, and then it was a tie game. Can you walk us through what was going on in your mind as you guys were approaching, trying to run away with the tie?
I was a little bit concerned when they were looking out there seeing that big old 0 under the H sign. He pitched beautifully. we just, as I said, kept battling. We have young men on the team that can lead, and these are two of them that are good leaders that get out there and battle, and they encourage their teammates to do the same thing, and it was certainly a big moment for us.
John?
Coach, during your television interview, you apparently said LSU fans were waiting for you today to get your autograph, and that had never happened before. Is that?
No, it's just the way that we were treated when we got off of the bus. It was like that you were coming in to an environment in which people really understand. We're dealing with young men and young women. Treat everybody with respect. And those people were as classy and represented their families and this great university of LSU to the utmost degree. And I just couldn't stop telling people the way I felt, because that shows they got it.
Back right, Coach?
Coach, you're facing a team with their backs against the wall tomorrow. How do you just kind of keep your foot on the gas pedal going into game 2?
Don't really think that as coaches we have to concern ourselves with any of that, because we know how important the game is, and our players know how important the game is, and we just got to get a good night's rest, get a good meal, and be ready to go tomorrow, because we know it's not going to be easy, and we know that nothing has been decided.
Coach, you had to pull Drew a little early. Just what was he struggling with out there? It seemed like he had some control issues.
Pear?
Yes, sir.
I thought Pear had a good outing. I haven't looked at anything yet, but I thought he had a good outing. Remember, he got out of a couple of very tough jams, ones that could have really put the other team up big, and he got us in the dugout with 1 or 2 runs scoring. So that's a real credit to Parrish.
Mike, just kind of looking at just the way this team has played over the last week, it's been a little different than the way this team kind of played the first 3.5 months of the season. Just as you watch this team play at this high of a level, just your thoughts on the way these guys are playing. Pretty incredible.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we start 4 freshmen, sometimes 5, and the more that they have been out there, the more confident they became. It's not a so-called new situation other than playing here. It's definitely a new situation playing here. But when you get to playing the teams that we play in our league, they made some mistakes, and it didn't turn out well for us. But they learned from those mistakes, and I'm very pleased that they continued to work hard to be the best they can be, and I think that's what's happening. We're just doing the little things better now than we did in March.
Back left, Coach?
Coach, I'm going along with that, just the maturity of this team, especially over the last 2 weeks with the freshmen, with the young guys. Just how much have you seen them grow, especially in an environment like this?
It's really fun too, Allison, to see them grow like this, because so much is involved in being successful. Because if you're the least bit scared, and none of that surfaced, and that's what makes all of us proud, is the way that we went out there and competed today.
Front left, Jim?
11, you've been doing this for a few years now. What was that 9th inning like for you? 2-0 with, maybe arguably their best hitter up as the winning run. What are you feeling, even after all these years in that environment, as loud as it was?
Well, I guess gotta tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I just said, the man on the mound is the guy I want on the mound in these situations. If we get beat, it won't be because the guy on the mound was out of control. He knew exactly what he was trying to do, and I felt comfortable. And I truly mean that. I felt comfortable with J.C. Flowers on the mound in that situation.
11, kind of piggybacking off of what Corey asked.
Well, I ain't had nothing to eat.
I'll be quick, 11. Obviously, in the postseason, you guys have hosted so much, and you've seen teams come into Hauser and really kind of fold under that crowd and that pressure. And here, as loud as it was about what he said in the 9th inning, they've got 2 guys on. What does it say about the mentality of your team that you were able to dig out of that 0-4 hole and eventually close this game with that crowd?
A great question, and I wish I could say I had something to do with it. It's just them. They're winners. And it takes winners to overcome this great environment that's here. And I mean, it was loud. We're proud to be here. We know there is a lot of baseball left to be played. We can't fall in love with ourselves because we know we're playing one of the top teams in the country in front of some of the, no, let's do it this way, the loudest fans I have ever played in front of in 45 years of coaching baseball.
We better wrap it up on that since you're hungry.
I thought you'd never acknowledge that.
Thank you. All right.